I am a scientist, a staff scientist at Argonne National Lab. I'm an ecologist. You might wonder, what does an ecologist do at a national lab, a Department of Energy lab? And it's all about the environmental impacts of energy production and energy use. I took studio lessons from the bassoon professor there for 4 years, all through undergrad. I was in a woodwind quintet that also was a class that I got credit for. I was in the College of Agriculture. They didn't know how to deal with the credits that I was getting in the music programs, but that was okay. I was in the orchestra. I was in the Champaign-Urbana Symphony playing with some of the faculty. I did some gigs with the Danville Symphony. I was in the Marching Illini for a while. Let's see, what else? Oh, did a couple of operas, not as a singer. Although I was on stage once with my bassoon. The skills that I learned, the attention to detail, the collaboration and interactions with others as a team, communicating back and forth, understanding what each other is doing, the tenacity, the stick-to-itiveness, the fine motor skills that I developed making bassoon reeds carried out in the lab, all range of things. But if I wanted to sum up the whole thing, I would say that one of the biggest things I learned was goals and how to set goals. And we had big goals. When I was a freshman, it was a really big thing in those days, in my high school anyway, to be an all-state musician. And in those days, there were 150 in the band, that's all. And only, maybe 4 or 5 kids from any one school might get to go. And so I saw that as a freshman, and I was like, I want to do that. And so I set about trying to figure out what I needed to do to reach that goal. And I did. And so I began to learn you can have these long-range goals, and to get to them, you have short-range goals in the middle, and you go one step at a time. And so you don't get frustrated in terms of how am I going to get from here to there in the next 4 years or the next 6 years, but what's the short-term goal? I can't play this passage, I'll work on that, and when I achieve that goal, that's great, on to the next. And so it's a whole series of goals, and working in science is no different. It's a constant setting of goals, and it's even something that we're required to do as we do proposals. So we have to put together, here's our 3-year plan, and here's where we want to be in 10 years. So I think those are things that I carry through.